I'm just so used to over-leveling deliberately in video games that the fact that I'm forcing myself not to has really been an adventure and a half, let me tell you. Alright, so we've got a bunch of these dudes, but we've got initiative. So I say we do Lambda Burst. So that we do bigly timed damage to all their faces. And then, in theory, we might be able to do it a second time, take care of all the lizards, and that'll solve a whole bunch of our problems. It'll be great. And the hope is that we'll be able to soften them up a wee bit, and that their counterattacks will not induce status effects. That is obviously appreciated. All right then, we'll just do what we did again, except this time it'll go even better, because Aika is definitely gonna do it before they get a chance to attack. Thank you. All right, that takes care of all the lizards. Now we just gotta deal with the weird wormy man. I'm prepared to deal with the wormy man with style. All right, that did not do a whole lot of damage. Let's be real. All right, well, this particular wormy fellow seems to have considerable defenses. Did I just fall asleep from attacking Enrique? What is the... Did I just completely neglect to pay any attention to what the benefits to our weapons and armor do? Or is that just a quirk with the enemies?
Is it over already?
Very strange set of happenstance. I know I can easily solve this mystery by looking at my equipment, but... I mean, whatever. Let's just roll with this. Let's have a little bit of adventure. Let's just be confused by it. That's what I'm gonna go with. All right, at long last, the final big button. Boost up that water supply, something fierce. So I gotta ask and wonder and ponder something pretty major here. If the whole point was just to raise the water level so that we could dive down into it, why did we need to raise the water level at all? If there was any water at all down there, it would have broken our fall and we wouldn't have been injured. So why do we have to raise the water level all the way up here just so we can jump down and get to the bottom anyway? Am I missing something of utmost importance here with that, or what here? I'm a be 100% real with y'all. I'm not too certain on the specifics. I find myself more than slightly confused. All right then. So we're definitely gonna get whaled on a little bit. Luckily not by a whale, but whale adjacent. Because I think these things are really more meant to be some kind of sea serpent rather than, you know, the tapeworms that I've been insulting them by calling them that. So there's that, I suppose. All right then, well, we took care of a large supply of all them lizards. You gonna be okay over there, Fina? Oh yeah, you're gonna counterattack. There you go. The status ailment appears to still be a thing, and we're still gonna get hit with a big pile of fireballs. Why can a weird salamander creature even do that? You don't even look like you are attuned with the fires. I get it, salamanders, the symbolism, all that jargon. I get it. I'm just kind of confused. I'm just kind of forced to take what it is with what it is. All right, so I sure did think Vice was going to attack a whole lot faster than he ended up doing. All right, well, my haphazard plan really didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work at all. That is an unfortunate but unsurprising situation, I've got to say. All right, then. We know for a fact you'll be able to finish them off, so if you guys could take care of the Slithar so that that's not a thing, well, that would be swell. Thank you very much, Aika. That's why you are the best of us all without competition. Everybody knows it. We all just silently agree. You don't have to acknowledge it when it's factual and obvious to the world around them. Yeah, well, I bet Enrique is thankful. He's on death's door again. Boy, Joyce. It's been happening to a lot these days. That's the wrong button. I even got it right earlier. Why does this keep happening? Well, anyway, here you go. Get yourself all healed up. Gonna end up having to fight at least 50 more of those things at some point, so watch yourself. Alrighty, alrighty. Then we just hop, skip, jibbity bop our way on up and it'll all be good. Is what I say. There we go. How many random encounters is it going to take before we can get to where we're supposed to go? I'm guessing 2. We're gonna find out really fast, really soon, and I feel like it should have happened by now, but it hasn't, and it's starting to cause a knot in my stomach. There it goes, all right. The balance of the universe was deeply in flux there for a moment. My goodness. And it's a big pile of lizards again. Why are these lizards always so lizardy? Salamander-y. Die. Blade beam. Death and destruction. Murderize them all. With a gun. But the guy with the gun isn't even here anymore. Got him replaced him with a prince with a snowwood. He do got a sword. So that's good. Still, it's always refreshing to just see gun, bam. Then again, mecha arms. Those were cool too. So do you guys think Draknum died? I'm assuming he didn't. I mean, I guess it's not impossible. I'm gonna be completely real with you. I never actually bothered reading Moby Dick or even seeing an adaptation with it. Did Captain Ahab get killed by Moby Dick in that book? Or did he eventually learn that his grudge against an animal was stupid and gave up? You don't have to answer. I plan on Googling it. In fact, yes, please don't answer. It's a rhetorical question. I'll figure it out for myself. I don't want to be made a fool of, so at least not as easily, okay? I do it plenty, completely normally. These moon robes I'm picking up, are these like any good compared to what I've got? Is it what I've already got? Like what are we looking at here? Ah, I see. A big boostum to the magics. Ah, but it lowers everything else. I say nay. I appreciate the gift, but I'm gonna go ahead and say nah to that. Alright, so... Well, that seemed entirely unnecessary if I'm being completely honest with you. Also, I completely forgot to heal up Fina, so... I'm sure that's not totally going to become a huge issue in a few moments at all. Blade beam! Instant murder! Just add sword to the face. What are you gonna throw about that? I don't know. Hopefully... burn him up. There we go. All right, that means there's only one enemy left that could potentially attack Fina. Unless this decides to trigger a counter hit. Sure seems likely. Let's be real. It did. Also, I guess we got initiative that whole time. Okay. Sure didn't look like they were facing the opposite direction, but I'll take it.
That wasn't so bad.
Or maybe it did attack and I wasn't paying attention. I suppose that's also possible. Hard to say. There we go, and it's getting all sorts of seeds. All right, then. I'm gonna go down, and we're gonna see what happens, I guess. But seriously, is that really all we're doing? Just jumping all the way down to the... Okay. For a second there, I thought we were floating, and just gonna stay floating there. Okay. Yeah, we could have just jumped down there and had the water broken our fall this entire time. What a weird decision. All right, now I'm gonna go into this corner and hopefully a moonfish will be acquirable. If not, boy howdy, is this gonna really suck. The alarm is not going off. That really sucks. All right, then that just means I'd gotten my positioning wrong or something. All right, then fine, so be it. I'll definitely come back and get that moonfish on my own time. Don't gotta waste any more time with you guys on that one. We'll get it all figured out on our own. How is any of the water staying that high up if there's a big channel here? That's weird and confusing. Okay, I'll bite. What is this rope? Squeaky ass ropes! Why are you so squeaky, Mr. Rope? And where are you leading me? I mean, I assume back up to the top? Or this is where the moonfish was. Thank you! Thank you! And we'll just go back down. This just looks like the way back to the exit. All right, awesome. That immediately solved all of my problems. Ah, thank goodness. I always prefer to get things correctly, you know, on recordings. Do you think the first turn? Oh. Okay, well, we got ourselves a cham. Do you think that we finally will have the ability to transform you into something that isn't a star? Also, increase quick by 3. I should give that to Ica. And also, I should probably heal Fina. There you go. And, nope, the chams are here. Chams, transform! Ooh, it turned into a cutlass, apparently. I didn't get to see what the stat boost looked like, but thank you very much. All right, this is already looking like it's not a dead end. Why would the first possible turn lead to the thing that we need to get to? Road. Why are you this way, game? Why are you this way? And great, and it's a bunch of Shellymen. All manner of evil Shellymen. All right, we should probably focus on taking care of the big guy. The little fellas ain't nearly as big of a deal. It's the Damune! All right, I don't know what I thought that was going to end up doing, but that certainly was not it, I'll tell you that much. Oh, delightful, it's doing it again. I don't know. If you had told me to guess what status ailment that was supposed to do, I honestly would have probably ended up guessing poison. Die, demon! Okay, so does silence also make it so super moves are unusable? No, they're still totally usable. They are still, in fact, completely and totally 100% accomplishable. And that is a good thing. A terrible bite! That bite was sufficiently terrible. Also, it gave a status ailment, because of course it did. Why on earth wouldn't it have? Hey, there we go. I do find it weird that it Cupel could turn itself into a sword, and then it stopped being a sword so it could be a star. And now it's a different shaped sword. I'm not exactly sure what's so different about being a cutlass other than a normal sword that makes it so much more deadly than before, but there you go, I guess. At the very least, it did look like it did considerably decent damage, so I appreciate it. I'm merely confused by this Cupel creature. I'm so very confused. All right then, get sorted on, nerd. All right, well, it would have been a lot nicer if that killed it, but all right. Just got done praising that it was actually doing a whole lot more damage, and it ended up not doing enough to finish the fight. That's a little embarrassing, but I suppose that's my fault. That's my fault for placing these expectations upon you. Never should have done it, and I apologize. All right, now here's hoping this does lead to just treasure? Just treasure? A treasure being protected by evil man? No, it's just a moonberry. All right, well, with that, I'm pretty sure I've got more than enough moonberries to get Ica her next super move. Yeah, I totally do. Creates a mirror-like aura that envelops Ica for 1 turn and restores 10 MP. That just sounds so useful. Also, apparently, she's been burning through her MP a lot. Weird. I guess maybe I didn't go to an inn before coming to this dungeon. I wonder if anybody yelled at me about that. Probably, let's be real. I mean, sure, here you go. Justice Shield. Creates a defensive barrier for 1 turn. All physical damage retrieved is cut in half. Just for Enrique? I suppose possibly, but if it's for 1 turn, I mean, what if none of the enemies attack Enrique? That wouldn't be very fair, now would it? I vote that I used it on this particular fight to see the answer. Yes, let us do exactly that. All right, let's just focus on the little dudes first. That's gonna be my thing. And then you use your super move. Use that Justice Shield. It only costs 4.
Righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Oh, no, okay. It's for everybody. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I was just, I guess because it only cuts the stuff in half that the game decided that, okay, you know, sure, I guess it can go to everybody and not cost that much. It's just, that's a very low SP investment. Basically, you could just make any and all attacks to the against you hit significantly less badly at every single turn. I guess it can't do anything for magic damage. Also, I guess I inflicted silence on it. Not that that really ended up mattering, because this is apparently not one of those. Not that I would expect a bite attack to constitute as magic, but still, unfortunate. All right, then. Let's just do our best to murderize the demon. Best we can, best we can. Get yourself cut lied. There you go, there you go. It's definitely not gonna die on this turn, and that is very unfortunate. Oh, maybe it will. Enrique with the kill steal. Dude is making it work. He is making it happen. There you go. All right, then. Give me all of the things. And another moonberry. Man, they really do give those things out rather frequently, don't they? Appreciated. Okay, well, what I don't appreciate is the fact that I barely walked at all before you had another one of these things happen. Okay. I mean, take what you can get. And we'll just try to end the life of the tapeworm monster immediately. That's going to be my main objective. And of course, Vice attacks last. Why on earth would he do anything otherwise? Ah, delightful. A counterattack full of ew and gross and nastiness. Not appreciate. All right, though, but we did defeat the monster. Good, good. Now we just need to deal with the Shellmans. As they continuously use their Daniel spells. You fools! I'm not even trying. Okay, well, I mean, under any other circumstance, that would have been a phenomenally good play, and I would have said, good job, sir. You did a good idea, but at no point did I plan on using my magic attacks in order to defeat you. I already set the kill order to bludgeon you all to death with physical attacks. So there you go, see? Did that feel like magic? It shouldn't have. Granted, you're some kind of clam or maybe a mollusk or something. I suppose expecting high-level thinking would you know, be kind of silly. But still, let's see. Anything of note? Does not appear so. Just some statues. Some statues that have decided to attack me? Or is that just bad timing again? Oh no, they actually are attacking me. Okay, well that actually makes me significantly less upset, because otherwise, I literally just got out of a fight and that happened immediately. All right, though, I've got to say, I sure do wish I had healed myself up before I decided to do any of that noise. You know what? Focus up. Focus up, and we'll see what happens. Okay. First things first, we heal everybody up a little bit, like so. There we go, okay. Now it's unlikely that we're going to get ourselves killed immediately. Oh, all right, well, I kind of expected these things to put up something resembling more of a fight than I guess they ended up doing. Yeah, the focusing was totally unnecessary. I was gonna do the whole, you know, stat buffing thing and all that good stuff, and it was gonna be a real good time. It was gonna be all impressive and stuff, but yeah, no, turns out you guys are just not impressive in any shape, way, or form, except for when they decide to take significantly less damage than the other guy did. Okay. Well, assuming we do that exact same amount of damage again, and I have no reason to think that we will not, then that should still defeat you. Were you a different creature that I simply never bothered to learn the fact that you had a different name and therefore you had higher physical defense? Was this a attack one with physical attacks, the other with magic type situation? Or did the game just randomly decide to have my attack do half damage for no reason? Or did it just decide to do double damage the first time? That's actually a possibility I hadn't considered. Although the fact that at that time it did over 1,000, it seems to think that it was the farmer and not the ladder. Oh well. Push the button! I have regrets! Hang on a second, if you don't mind. I'm just going to re-flood the area. Because I couldn't use my brain to figure out that I maybe should have inspected the area behind me before I did that. Indeed. Wait, now I'm somewhere entirely different. I have made even more errors than before. Nuts to it. Wherever this leads is where it leads. Let's just find out. I've made more than enough redunculous errors for one day. I don't need to do another one. Alright, let's just live with the consequences of our own stupidity for once instead of trying to backtrack and make it seem like it's not that big a deal. I made a mistake. It happened. Whatever it was that I missed because I'm stupid. The end. Why though? Why though? Why are there so many of these things even living in this damn temple? Do you guys sustain yourselves by eating the various tapeworm monsters and bloopy dudes? Is that what you do to survive in here, or do you eat each other? If so, how do you sustain a species?
We did it!
Yes, I'm arguing about how, the ecological and biological way that the monsters in an RPG are supposed to function in this area. I know that's silly. All right. We have long since moved past the point of me not knowing what I'm doing and instead just kind of slapping things around and hoping that it works out in the long run. All I know for certain in this life is that I don't have to worry too much unless a save point is right around the corner. Otherwise, seems like it's probably gonna be fine. This don't look like no door I ever seen. And yet it was. So there you go, I guess. All right. Man, this is a very well-defended crystal. It's really gonna suck when we inevitably get this, like, yoinked off of us at the last possible moment. Because that's just kind of how it is. It's not like the game isn't going to not show us the Gygus. Seems rather unlikely if we're being real. Safe spot. Yep, there's a safety spot. All right then, thank you. Then what we're gonna do first is we're going to heal before we even let that be a thing. Here we go. Restore all HP. No. Restore 1,000 HP. There we go. And do I have anything that heals MP? I'm almost positive that I do. Yeah, I've got a bunch of magic dew. There we go. Yeah. I've got them. I got no reason to not use them. Alrighty then. Then I will go this one. There we go. Save them up. And let's all just hope that I'm strong enough for whatever is about to happen to us. Whew, boy, it's gonna be an adventure, let me tell you. If you're gonna try and trick me into thinking that there isn't a monster defending this thing, you failed. There's always a monster defending these things. I know something's gonna try and murder me. All right, well, it's not murdering me outside the front door, or is it? No, see, now would be the time to walk through the door while it's busy rising from the water. We didn't actually have to turn around and fight this thing. We could have just went through the door. I doubt it would have been able to go through. It's too wide to fit through the door. So it would have just bumped up against the thing without destroying everything. But all right, fine. Giant turtle monster wants to do battle. Fine, 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 fine. All right, giant stone tortoise of death. If that's the way things are going to be, then that's the way things are going to be. And what we're going to do It's obviously, as always, Buff Vice, because his attacks hit the hardest. Steel Skin! Neat!
Here goes.
Okay, so... Well, that's unfortunate. Again, to get a critical hit, and it's during a time when it don't do nothing. Alrighty. So, does it just have the ability to no-sell attacks? Like, for a turn, or is this just its natural state of being? Oh, no, it's back to normal, alright. So sometimes it can just do that, I guess. Alright, fine by me, I guess. Let's just, let's make Enrique a little bit stronger too, why don't we? No reason not to. Also on my next turn, definitely actually do the speed up thing. I know we're fighting a giant turtle, but it'd be nice to be able to do our attacks before it gets a chance to do any of its steel skin. Actually, no, it probably gets like move priority or something whenever it does the steel skin thing. Because otherwise we would be defeating it. We would be hitting it before it gets a chance to use its defenses, and that'd be a pretty terrible move. That makes sense. Question is, what do you consider a normal attack? Apparently it's Wevlin. Rude. Alright, well, our current strategy is pretty good, all things considered. So we're just gonna keep on doing that. And Aika is going to do her thing of making sure everybody stays alive. And I do not have enough for Quick Law, so we're gonna focus for a turn. And I'm gonna slap you around with my swords. Oh, sweet, a critical hit. There you go, that's the best possible time for one of those, when you're buffed.
Let's try
And when you're fighting a boss. All around, a good time. And there you go. Literally everything you just did, I undid it. There we go, a little bit of a focus. Yep, now he's doing a Sacralin. Okay. Yeah, so that's a bit of an issue. It's a bit of an issue, it be. All right then, let's just use all of these attacks. We just need to beat him up even harder, even faster before he gets a chance. Or maybe, eventually, he'll just flat out run out of MP. Whatever comes first, I guess. Anyway, we don't need to say it, we know what it is. There we go, that's 1,000 points of damage. That's a pretty good time, it's a pretty good crime. And he gets slashed a bit, all right, so, yeah, maybe let's have Fina not focus on physical attacks on this one. All right, well, that was just all around kind of rude. Still, nothing not totally manageable, though, so that's fine. All right, you just keep on doing that, and you be the lady of the hour giving out all these Healy times. Everybody else, just keep focusing on your slapping and stabbing. Why are you this way with your bubble beams? I do not care for your bubble beam ways. All right, then. It's just about halfway dead. So that's good. But it can also just say, haha, nope, at literally any conceivable moment. Kind of making that a little bit moot now, ain't it? Okay, but I mean, if it randomly decides to not heal itself for enough turns that we can kill it, then, I mean, that's cool too. I mean, I question it, I'm confused by it, but I accept it and appreciate the fact that you're not very good at this. So, I don't think I've brought this up even once, but for the record, I have in fact noticed that the music changes when we get closer to actually winning. Like, the music becomes significantly more triumphant and amazing and adventure-filled when we're on the verge of victory. I've always appreciated dynamic music like that. It's just, I know for a fact that if I don't bring it up at some point, people are going to assume that I never noticed at all. And I'd prefer that they don't do that. Alright then, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have both of the ladies use the Heelys. There you go, and I ain't talking about the roller skatey things. No, no, no. And is that enough? It is not, alright. Then we're gonna have to settle for just your garden variety every day, nothing special stab to the face.
this.
This is doubling up on the healing, just for the sake of precautions. Mostly because Aika's definitely not in the greatest of states at this exact moment in time, and I'd prefer to make sure she doesn't end up getting killed.
Let's try this.
There we go. I find it interesting that there's like the blue energy effect on the green magic. I think that's just the generic item thing, but still. It's busting out the Wevlin! Your Wevlins are unappreciated! I use that word too much. I need to knock that noise off. Okay, well, just keep on doing what you're doing, and then, as always, it's good to always be better safe than sorry, you know? Maybe the Royal Blade will end up being the thing that ends the thing, except it won't because of this. Interesting that it would choose now to do that, but alright. Kind of annoying, but really not that big of a deal. If I was forced to watch the animation for every single attack that I did, then yeah, I could see that being incredibly annoying. As is, I can actually jump past him, and we can all just kind of pretend that that wasn't a thing that happened. Okay, then. How about we try this again? I don't think this is going to be the killing blow, but let's see if it is. Take that, giant turtle monster! Oh, hey, it was the killing blow. Nice! That move has been very consistently good, and I thought it was about to explode. Instead, it appears to have collapsed in on itself. Ain't that an interesting adventure? Whew. And hey, check it out! Finally, almost, after many, many moons and years, the characters are actually almost even when it comes to EXP, just through the casual number creepings going ups. It took forever and about 50 different separation plots, but it's okay. It's finally working out. And now, shiny rock. So this is the blue crystal. We finally found it. We'll be taking that, thank you very much. This one is my favorite because it is the prettiest color. It's so beautiful. Nice, that's another crystal. You know what that means? It's time to celebrate. High five thing? Do the high five thing. Actually, let's include Fina on this one. Is it gonna be 3 best friend handshake slap-a-doo? But I don't know what to do. Ah, don't worry about it. Just give it a try. Oh my god, that was so cute! Oh, no! They're all best friends, and so good, I love it! Also, apparently, get freaking wrecked, Enrique! I was like, guys, we don't know you that well, Enrique! You haven't earned this! Well, dang! Alrighty then. I suppose I could do the saving and the stopping for now, but how about we head back to Yafatuma? And then let's talk to all those peoples first. That's what I say. Although in retrospect, I really probably, yeah. Just in case it happens to lead into a gigantic aerial combat thing that I'm not totally prepared for. Let's just quickly save. Then we'll go over yonder and we'll just, I mean, we said that we were gonna go get it, so obviously it would be kind of messed up if we just cut and run. So I've decided to not let that be a thing that we do. I see that guy is still trying to reel in that fish from an hour and a half ago. Good on ya, I guess. But I feel like it's not meant to be. Either that or you're really not trying that hard. Either way, I guess that fish is pretty tenacious too. I guess if it's got a hook in its face, it doesn't really have much of a choice. I guess you just have a really strong fishing line. That seems to basically be the case. Reminds me, I need to go back to that forest village. Because I don't think I recruited anybody from there. And so far, I've been able to get at least somebody from every single town. So there's probably at least one character over there that wants to join our crew. We'll deal with that when we can actually, you know, get back over there. 'Cause that's going to involve going back through the Dark Rift and all that rigmarole. I'd rather not do that right now. It's just something to make note of. Anyway, here's the thing. What do you want to bet the Royal Advisor is evil and yoinks it and releases the Gygus? You've done exceptionally well. No one in Yafatoma has seen the Magasphere since the days of the old world. You are the first to make it back alive from the depths of Mount Kazai. How can I repay you for risking your lives to recover it? Gimme. Well, as we mentioned earlier, we were wondering if it would be alright if we borrowed it. We do intend on giving it back, but it is the symbol of royal succession. I'd like to keep it in my possession at least while you remain in Yafatoma. Sure. He says with the facial expression of a man who knows that means it's going to be stolen before we get it back. Symbol of royal succession, huh? Well, that makes sense why they want to keep it. Mogi, you're Lord Mikado's daughter, right? So does that make you the successor to the throne? Or is this place sexist? Well, thank you for retrieving the Magasphere. We do know that you have a brother. I guess if he's older, then yeah, that is the line of succession. Let us begin the preparations for the feast so bad things can happen. Make yourself at home and enjoy the festivities. All right, that's more like it. Can't wait to taste the gourmet cooking of Yafatoma. Also, where is Enrique? Oh, there he is. We would be honored to join you, especially Aika, because she lacks food. Enrique is not happy about the state of affairs, Princess. He says, wondering such things, we hand over the blue crystal over to Lord Mikado, and boy howdy, is that not gonna work out for us in the long term. Whoo boy. I like your robes. You must be very tired. You're welcome to stay in the royal guest house tonight. Thank you for escorting us. That was some of the best food I've ever had. And for some reason, I pictured those eating sticks to be much bigger. Eating sticks. Took me a while to get used to them, though. So yeah, just chopsticks. It's not that hard. It's really just an overly complicated fork. I'm very happy that you enjoyed yourselves. So the Westerners do have a sense of taste after all. Evil royal advisor! I came here to personally thank you for retrieving the Magasphere, because I'm going to steal it and summon the Gygus, and we're going to have to fight it. And it's gonna suck. Haha! I'll be sure and take care of it when it is passed on to me as soon as Mogi and I are married. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I will never marry you. You are so creepy. Straight up Waluigi-looking freakazoid. And as long as Daigo is alive, you'll never be king. Have you forgotten that Prince Daigo has been exiled for treason? Oh, that's unfortunate. Hehe. I find it very unlikely that a traitor would ever become king. Mogi. Okay, that's it. Time to be murdered. What? Enrique? I don't know your motives, other than the fact that they're obviously sketchy as hell, but this is not how a nobleman treats a lady. If you insist on insulting her, then you'll have to deal with me. You think you could push me around just because you got the Magasphere back? Well, also because he's the prince of a neighboring nation. I'm gonna tell my father on you because I am the biggest of weenies. You're a disgrace to your cool sleeves. Nice one, by the way, Enrique. Prince Enrique, I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry you felt that you had to defend me like that. I didn't mean to put you in that position. No, that's quite all right. Where I come from, we have codes of honor on how a lady such as yourself should be treated. Well, honestly, not many people follow that code anymore. In fact, it seems literally all royal decorum whatsoever has been completely thrown out the window for the sake of savagery and mindless bloodshed, but, hey. I ain't one of them. Prince Enrique. Ooh la la? But Miraji spoke of an exiled prince. Do you know what he was talking about? Well, it's her brother, so I'm gonna go ahead and wager a maybe on that one. It's nothing. If you'll excuse me, I will be returning to my quarters. Pleasant dreams. None of your business. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. We should probably find the guy. What up? Oh, Aika knows what's up. Aika knows what's up. Oh, that was next level wonderful. Thank you, Ica. It was literally just missing an eyebrow wiggle. Oh, I love it. Those Westerners, they'll pay for speaking to me like that. Well, what have we here? Who are you? Oh no! It's the traitor lady! I heard everything. My name is Belza, and it appears that we have a common enemy. Ha 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 ha. I guess she's finally made her way out of the desert. That's a bummer. And I do mean that in the biggest sense of the terms. My goodness. You know, in retrospect, kind of weird that we fell for that disguise in the first place. Well, hindsight. Good morning, Vice. Did you rest well? Yes, I slept like a rock. That was my first time sleeping on a floor mattress thing. Haha, I see. I'm glad you were comfortable. Lord Mikado, it's an emergency. We've been robbed, bamboozled, swindled, and other such synonyms. Black ships have surrounded the city, and what appears to be their flagship is attempting to dock in our harbor. Gods! Also, I guess they got through the Dark Rift. I only just this moment realized that she would have had to have done that to be here. Black ships, oh no! It must be the Armada. Vice, let's hurry back to the port. If you've got any ships that can help us out, it'd be really great. Oh wow, look at that. The royal advisors are evil. Who'd have guessed? Father, yes, I know. It's time to do some serious crimes. And when I say some serious crimes, I mean we're gonna do all the crimes. You know, mostly treason. That's always a popular crime in fiction, and sometimes in real life too. It's neither here nor there, but still. Quite the interesting situation that do be. All right then, don't mind me. Just making a beeline to the savvy station. Here's hoping that by getting towards the dock, it's not going to immediately trigger into a big old kerfuffle. I feel like the odds of that are actually really, really high, if I'm being honest, but we're about to find out. To the Steratorium! This is the song of the stairs going down. Oh no. They're not gonna let us get onto our boat, is they? No! Oh god, no, not that guy. Belza and Vigoro. Oh well, hello there. You're not allowed to call me that. Haven't seen you in a while.
Wow.
Yeah, literally go drown. He said it looks like fate has brought us back together. Sorry, I know I said I wouldn't skip words. I read them. Gotta say them out loud if I don't like them. Oh no, what's he doing here? That's another A+ face from Ica. Why does she have all of the best reactions? Do I really have... So cute how she pretends that she doesn't want me. Come aboard my ship. Maybe the two of us can rock the boat. That's a euphemism, and I hate you. Vigoro, please. We're in the presence of Prince Enrique. And your hair is really stupid. Prince Enrique, I trust you are in good health. We are literally enemies, so this is obviously falsehoods. If you're wondering how we got here, we blasted a hole in the stone reef near Ixataka and traveled west. Well, that definitely seems like it would have been the smarter call. I don't know why we had to go through all of the Dark Rift when we have the Moonstone Cannon, which is the strongest weapon in the entire army, bar none, so we definitely should have been able to do the exact same thing. I guess we just didn't want to destroy stuff. Our goal is the same, my prince. We also seek the blue crystal. What? Belza, do you plan to burn down Yafatoma as well? Because if so, we're going to have to do the murdering. Relax, handsome. As I told you before, I am against unnecessary destruction. We have no intention of fighting with you. We are merely planning to dock and speak with the king of these lands. With our very large and well-armed army. You're wasting your time. King Mikado is an honorable man. There's no way he'd strike a deal with the Valen Armada. We'll see about that. Quit strutting. Why are we letting her past? Everyone has their limits, their codes, their morals. But everyone also has a weakness. If you find that weakness and exploit it, those limits, codes, and morals seem to fade away. So then what? Is your weakness just kind of general incompetence? Because we still totally whooped your ass in the skies before. I'd love to chat longer, but I have an appointment with the king. Stay out of our way. Or we could definitely not do that. We should not do that. We shouldn't be doing that. Why are we letting them do this? Why, shouldn't we stop them? Yes, 1,000 billion times yes. Why are we not doing that? I mean, yes! Also, I guess that was the wrong answer. We can't let Belza manipulate the king. We've got to stop them. Wait, Vice, there are too many Valen soldiers here. There's no way we can win. Belza and Vigoro are here as imperial emissaries. If we attack them during a diplomatic meeting, we'll lose the king's trust. I think that might be the first time I've actually made a bad call. That's unfortunate. I suppose it's no use. Let's return to our quarters. We should wait there until we have a chance to talk to the king. Hell, this is less than optimal, to say the bare minimum. No, I will never let the Valens occupy Yafatoma. But King Mikado, you do realize that your country's pitiful army wouldn't last a day against the Armada. To prevent unnecessary bloodshed, I recommend that you surrender. That's not diplomacy! We'll never surrender. We'll never hand Yafatoma over to a band of bloodthirsty warlords like yourself. Cue Royal Advisor handing over the blue stone. We are protected by the blue moon. In the past, whenever our country was threatened, the blue winds would come to our aid and saved our lands. If you attack us, the winds will blow you into the dark rift. Bella will never occupy Yafatoma. Do you hear me? Never. I'm sorry you didn't see things our way. It appears that this meeting is at an end. Then I will gain possession of Yafatoma by my own means. I still very much feel like it was a good idea to stop them. What sort of treachery is this? The treasonous kind, mostly. If you do not keep quiet, you'll be a head shorter. Miraji, you traitor! How could I? You had such an unbelievably untrustworthy face! How could you betray me? Dude, looking like a freaking monarch over here. Belaza, in accordance with our meeting last night, this country will fall under the rule of the Valen Empire. Kagan, what are you saying? Dude, look at me. I am the most evil-looking dude in this entire country. Why did you not see this coming? King Mikado, as Lady Belaza stated, we have no hope of winning a war against Vala. To save our people, we shall usurp your power and assume our role as leaders of Yafatoma. Sigh. Wow, Belaza. I'm glad we're on the same side. Why? What she did was basically, like, the most bog standard of coup things. Don't relax yet, big guy. Not while the kid is still around. Take King Mikado prisoner and find those air pirates. I still feel like we totally could have just beaten them up. It seems like they've been talking forever. Well, you know how formal these diplomatic talks are. Takes forever for them to decide who gets to sit down first. Guys, it was unforeseeable. There was a coup. Everyone, quickly, you must get out of here. There was seriously a coup. I know it was the most obvious turn of events that there ever possibly could have been in the history of ever, but somehow, despite that, we were caught off guard. Princess Mogi, what happened? Kangan and Miraji have betrayed us. My father has been taken prisoner. It was Bella's doing. Ye gods, who could have ever foreseen such an obvious turn of events? What? Bella's figures. She probably met with those two before the meeting and had that whole thing planned out. Vice, what should we do? Yeah, run and hide. Come on, save Lord Mikado. What do you think? We have to go rescue the king. That's impossible. Enemy soldiers have already taken the palace, and God knows it's not like we've ever been able to defeat them before. We have no time. Quickly, follow me. I'm really not happy about getting these answers wrong, by the way. We can escape from the palace this way. Hurry. I just know that they ultimately amount to something important. Alright, fine. What's over here? It's a treasure chest. It's a bunch of crystals. Alright, well, that's good. That's good. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Here we go. Where are we going? This definitely took a much deeper turn than I was originally prepared for. I was expecting just having to get into an aerial combat thing, blow up a few ships out of the sky, and then head on home. But then it turns out, no. Not an escape pod? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I could get it. It's incredible. I can't believe how high we are. Yeah, the powers of the blue moon are amazing. We will be safe here. It's great that we escaped from the guards, but now what do we do? There is an ancient temple on a small island to the north. My brother, Daigo, should be there. What? You have a brother? Aiko, were you so freakishly invested in the fact that Enrique probably has the hots for this lady that you didn't remember that part? Or was that not absurdly obvious? Yes.
Yes?
He is the true heir to the throne. Thank you, randomly inserted voice acting. A long time ago, my brother directly disobeyed my father's orders. He was exiled from Yafatoma and sentenced to live on that island. Marooning him on an island was kind of harsh, don't you think? My brother had a tendency to go out sailing on his own and disregard his duties as prince. Was it one of those two dudes? Nah, that couldn't have been it. Then you would have had two brothers. You would have said that. But I don't think that my father should have disowned him. I think that Miraji and Kagan convinced my father to exile him. With my brother out of the way, they have a chance of taking over Yafatoma through the whole forced marriage thing. Well, that makes sense. Vice, it looks like we've no other choice. Looks like we're gonna have to rely on Daigo. What exactly about him is supposed to make any of this, like, change, exactly? They usurped the throne. They're in control. Having the actual heir to the throne isn't going to magically make them stop being overthrowing us. So, I fail to see how that's actually supposed to... I mean, we'll go get him, obviously, but I fail to see how that's supposed to swing things in our favor any more than what we were already at. Honestly, I feel like we could have definitely just kind of charged in, swords a-swinging, and probably would have managed to get everything done just as easily, but... I mean, okay. Princess Mogi, do not worry. You will save the people of Yafatoma and your father. Prince Enrique, thank you. You can reach my brother's island by heading north from here. And heading north from here, then I most certainly shall. Oh, okay. I mean, you're bringing us there immediately. Well, that's convenient. All right, then, cool beans. Well, then I suppose we're gonna go and try and find this dude. As I think about the possibility of maybe redoing those conversations and saying the right options. Call me insane, but I feel as if almost like, I don't know, like the title that we've got, wherever it is. Yeah, Vice the Daring. I feel like that's almost completely linked to those decisions, or at least partially. And I feel like if I get like the best possible title, then something good might happen, and I don't want to miss that. I'll think about it. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We've got our next adventure all lined up, ready to go. We gotta save the dang kingdom. Brah. You know, as hilariously obvious as the story beats have been, I still deeply enjoy this game and everything that's about it. Just because something can be predictable doesn't mean it's not enjoyable. I like the characters, I like the story, I love the environments. This game is just really freaking good. I can see why it's got such an amazing cult classic status going for it. So I'm having a great time, and hopefully you are too. I'll see you all in the next one.